Well, I've worked in Ocean County Parks for almost 47 years now, and I started out as a park naturalist. So I sort of started at the bottom and worked my way up.
I would say one of the best things about working with Mike is the ability that he allows his staff to focus on some of the areas that they're more interested in, and he gives us the freedom to be able to pursue those interests so that way we can learn about things we're passionate about, and then that passion then transfers directly into the educational programs that we offer to the public.
Most of my career, I worked for the State Forest Fire Service, and Mike was always easy to work with. Anything that I needed, he would go out of his way to try and help us out, and the same way as he knew that we would work with him, so it was reciprocal.
His career is 46 years working in the Parks Department. 20 of them has been as my director. So I am honored and grateful to have worked with Mike because of the simple fact that he has taught me a lot. He is extremely passionate about what he does, and that passion of the environmental science, history, art, and how it connects. It exudes, and he has taught me that.
I probably have known Mike Mangum for probably over 40 years, from probably around 1980. When he was a naturalist with the county. The one thing about Mike, he's a very dedicated individual with the job that he's doing from the time he was a naturalist to where he is as the director of the parks.
Well, I grew up in the outdoors. My father was an outdoorsman. We went camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, you name it, we did it, canoeing. So that's how I first got interested in outdoors. And when we were kids, we didn't have all this electronic stuff. We were outside all day. You know, when we got home from school, we were outside. We were playing football, basketball. I was riding my bike to the Forked River Game Farm or the Dover Forge fishing, and we were camping on the weekends, so that's really how I got interested in outdoors.
Mike has impacted my career in several ways. He has made me a good leader because he himself is an extraordinary leader.
When you see someone that is dedicated as much as he is, it makes my job as a commissioner and liaison to the Ocean County Parks Department so much easier. He has a staff that is extremely dedicated, just as dedicated as he is.
He knows Ocean County. He is second to none. He knows Ocean County, and he's taught me a lot of the areas and nooks and crannies and the culture that I didn't know before. So he's impacted who I am today.
I think the most important thing is hiring good people. We have great people on our staff. They work really hard, they're dedicated, and I mean, they're the backbone of the park system. We don't have a giant staff for the amount of land we have.
Well, I think that this job, it touches so many people. So as the director of the Parks Department, obviously he has a lot of responsibility, but a lot of reward that comes along with that responsibility.
Getting some big projects done, like this building here at Cedar Bridge Tavern. This probably took around 10 years from start to finish, but from the time we purchased it to the time we were able to finish and restore it. So getting projects done and making things happen, that's what I like doing best.
I'd say Mike goes at 100 miles an hour when we're out in the field. So that's one of the things that he's really passionate about. He loves getting out and getting his hands dirty. Mike loves getting out there, flagging the trail, cutting through briars and getting, cut up and tripping and losing cell phones and all sorts of stuff like that. But I'd say that's when you really get to see the true Mike, is when he's out in the field, in nature. He gets to share that passion that he has. And again, at 100 miles an hour, just going and trying to keep up with him as he's looking at things and discussing things.
Wow, Mike's lasting legacy is, teaching people and preserving history, preserving the environment. His family, his children, but all the people the lives that he has touched through his 46 years in the Parks Department. And that's from the people who have worked for him, the people, the public whose lives he touched and made a difference. So he's got big shoes.